When the other disciples told me about it, I didn't know how to react. I couldn't believe it. I didn't understand how it could possibly be. I thought they must have seen a ghost. But they wouldn't stop talking about it. It was on the day after the Sabbath, so they said, the third day after his death. Mary Magdalene had seen him first, then Simon and Cleopas from Emmaus, and then that evening the other disciples in that very room where we had shared our last meal together. I wasn't there, of course. Straight after his arrest, I'd left Jerusalem, panicked, desperate, confused, fearing for my own safety. I stayed with some friends in a nearby village. I heard about the trial and the execution. Everyone was talking about it. I didn't know what to do. 3 years I'd been with him, following him around. He'd chosen me as one of his closest disciples. I'd given up everything. But now it all seemed to have fallen apart. I spent some time in the hills over those 2 days, on my own, thinking. He'd been very different over the past few months. Sombre, preoccupied. And he'd said some very strange things to us. He'd talked about his death, but we didn't understand. Or maybe we didn't want to understand. Everything had seemed so perfect, and we didn't want it to change. The more I thought, the more I felt compelled to go back to Jerusalem. I found the others, and that's when they told me. Like I said, I didn't believe them. I kept telling them that it was a ghost or some sort of hallucination brought on by the emotional stress of the situation. I told them I wouldn't accept it until I could see it for myself. For nearly a week we argued like that. The longer it went on, the more likely it seemed to be some sort of apparition. But at the same time, there was a nagging thought in the back of my mind. Some of Jesus' words kept coming back to me. He hadn't just told us about his death. He'd also said something about rising again. But this was surely figuratively speaking. Picture language. But then, one evening, while we were all there in that same room, he appeared. The doors and windows were all locked, but he appeared. Jesus stood right there among us. Oh, I just stared. But Jesus knew what I was thinking, just like he always used to. He spoke to me. "Touch me," he said. "Feel my hands and my feet. A ghost doesn't have flesh and bones." And he opened out his hands to me, and I saw those huge gaping wounds from the nails. And then I understood. Miraculously, it all became clear to me, and I fell down in front of him, my Lord and my God.